What's going on, YouTube? First, before I get into the real deep weeds of this situation, have you hydrated today? I just did. And you should too. Go pause the video real quick, grab yourself a nice cup of water if you want. I'm not forcing you to, but hydration very important. I learned that recently. And I just want to spread that message too, because that's what this channel really is about. Spreading messages. Really getting to the weeds and roots of very, very bad issues. And today, I'm taking my gloves off, I'm stripping up my brass knuckles, I'm pulling my pants down, exposing most of what I have to say about people who fake mental disabilities. Let me start this off strong. That's right hooking you in the face. I hate people who fake mental disabilities. I think they are the scum of the earth, because they make people like me who have actual mental disabilities have a really hard time in life. Now, I know I have mental disabilities because there are things I and the people around me have observed, as in close friends to me, family members who I am close to and have not a real good connection with. Like, these are things they've observed to me, and most importantly, professional opinions. I have my diagnoses on document, the things that contribute to very specific diagnoses, and I think this awareness has helped me personally learn to push forward more. It makes me able to know what I am dealing with so that I can know how to tackle these situations. But it's not easy. Oh no, it's not easy at all. Now, what's the most difficult part about trying to deal with my mental disabilities personally? One that I have found is getting to these resources is just a hassle and a half. And it's just so frustratingly difficult because they know that there are people who will fake their own mental disabilities or self-diagnose just for attention. It's for nothing more than attention. And I hate that. I hate people like that with a bloody passion, because they make my life more difficult. Whenever I talk to people I know about my list of disabilities, obviously there is major depression, there is some post-traumatic stress, though I've worked through a large majority of that now. And I always say, for this part, potential autism, because it's not officially diagnosed yet. I'm still waiting for the results of my most recent psychiatric evaluation. I presented the possibility to my psychiatrist, though, of course, I said, if these mannerisms are not apparent in this evaluation, I will be okay if you don't jot them down. I just want to bring this up to you because it is a possibility. And I trust the professional here. Their whole job, especially being a tech. Not a lot of people focus on mental disorders here in Texas anyway, so those that, make it their career are people who actually care. Because there's not a lot of profit to be gained there. So it's people who actually care. So their job is to make sure they have on document what you are struggling with, so that people who look at that can evaluate the best treatment plan for you, and so that you can know the best treatment plan for you. It's not to be a crutch. It's to basically be, here's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So we can get you as functionally stable as possible. It's not supposed to be a crutch. And people with fake mental disabilities are giving themselves a crutch for nothing more than attention. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. And especially people, I'm gonna get even more controversial here, people who fake DID. My rule of thumb usually is, right, if there is a altered personality that is a demon of some sort, or, something like that, I usually just brush it off as not real. Um, One thing I have found through dealing with people with DID, actual people versus ones that are obviously faking it, there usually tends to be a youthful personality because DID usually forms, from my research, which I do research. I try to research mental disorder stuff from traumatic events. And typically, not always, but typically, the personality is shaped as someone who probably would have handled said traumatic event better, or is a way for that person to anchor their trauma on this person or this point in time that more or less represents them. For example, if somebody with DID dealt with a lot of domestic abuse and their parents would beat them a lot, they would probably develop a personality that is a lot more stronger, stoic, you know, can deal with a lot, and will stand up for themselves at the drop of a hat. Going back to the demon example, however, what situation does this help you with? Other than just to say, hey, cool personality here. Right? It doesn't make sense because there's a lot more things that you could argue for that other personality types would just do so much better. The reason they do things like I'm not human, I'm a demon type things, in my opinion, my most controversial opinion, is just because they're making a fucking OC. That's it. That's all it is. They're making an OC. And they're like, whoa, cool, aren't I cool? And I hate it. I hate it because people who actually suffer from DID do not benefit from this. They get every last detriment of it because people who come out about, their DID or any dissociative disorder that people have, like, I've had someone say that I might have a dissociative disorder. I don't know. I've looked it up. Lists are there. I'm going to bring it up with my psychiatrist. Because, again, they are the professional here. I'm never going to say I have DID. I wouldn't want that personally, because that just seems like a lot. And like I said, I wouldn't want to be someone who actually has DID with the way people are treating DID. Because people who actually have DID are suffering because of people who fake it, because people won't take that seriously. You get situations like with the book Jekyll and Hyde. Granted, that was a book written way back before people understood any of this. But, you get these media representations of split personalities and DID. And one thing I have to say is not every case of a dissociative disorder results in a split personality, especially when you're young. That's another thing. Teens and young adults almost never have any actual split dissociative personality. Those usually develop later, from my research and from things I have heard. So usually when I see a teen faking DID, I'm just like, so what? You're just another. You're faking. Because if you do have dissociative, like, personality disorder, or any sort of dissociative disorder, it wouldn't really result in a personality yet, would it? Now, granted, it would have a whole other list of symptoms, including, like, psychotic type, behavior and mannerisms, or paranoia, which is one I personally have a bit of a struggle with. Major depression, or any severity of depression. You would get these things, and panic attacks. You would get this other list. But no, you decided to go to the extreme because that's what's cool. Because you feel that's what is cool. And that makes me want to retch. Makes me want to vomit. I just had to get this out there. I tried to make this video short, but as you can clearly see, this video is running 10 minutes. So, that's my hot take on that. I'll see you on the next video.